Oh baby, is this a super original video idea I see? Hell yeah it is. I know absolutely nobody has done a hot takes video before. Absolutely nobody. Just me. Alright, fine, this isn't original at all, but it's such a good video concept, I gave in, and now I'm doing it. Hot takes, something controversial that doesn't fit into the majority opinion. Everybody knows what they are, everybody has some, and today I'm going to be exposing myself and 9 of my Big Brother hot takes for all of you to judge me for. But hopefully this isn't the last of a Big Brother hot take series. But hopefully this isn't going to be the last Big Brother hot take video I do. This specific video is going to be all about me, my personal hot takes that I have, but in the future I would hope to make another video discussing and reacting to your hot takes. But I can't do that unless provided with those hot takes. So either after this video or right now, comment down below some Big Brother hot takes you have, and your comment could make it into another video. It's a fun idea. Subscribe to the channel as well if you don't want to miss any of my future videos. There isn't that much explaining to do, you know the video idea, so let's dive into some of my Big Brother hot takes. These 9 hot takes will vary to many different topics and ranges, except for twists, because I did a video talking about every fucking twist in the show's history. My takes are out there, just watch that video if you want to know how I feel about Big Brother twists. But I wanted to start pretty spicy, and where else do I start than at the top of the show? The first face you see in the show's history that has stuck with us the entire way, Miss Julie Chen Moonves. And I'm sorry, but those of you who say the show would not be the same without Julie are wrong. And I'm willing to move one step further and say the show would be better with another host of Big Brother. Julie in early seasons was iconic and truly a staple of the show. But the Julie of now, it's really embarrassing to watch, and she's iconic because of how terrible she is at hosting. I'm simply not a fan, and the stardom of Arissa Cox on what was formerly known as Big Brother Canada showed all of us that there are so many capable people out there that can do what Julie does, but just do it much better. She may be the face of Big Brother, but she is not a good face of Big Brother in the modern day, and I'm very hopeful that a new host will take over to prove my take right before the show inevitably ends. I'll jump right into some of the season takes I have, and right here, right now, I need to publicly state that I think the cast of Big Brother 16 continuously gets criminally overrated. And if I'm being even more real, just kind of flat out sucks. Now, this is a very divisive season. Some people love it and some people hate it. But no matter your thoughts on the matter, most will agree that one constant positive is the iconic cast that it brings. A cast that you remember and sticks out in your mind. And sure, while I do remember everybody on this cast, that doesn't mean much to me as a crazy superfan. And also, how many truly great characters are we given? Zach? Donnie? Maybe? But that's even a bit iffy. I'm not here to look at hindsight with Cody or Nicole because they make their marks on future seasons, and even then, Cody was not very entertaining at all on either of his seasons. I might as well run through the cast. Derek is notoriously a boring player and boring winner despite being great. Beast Mode Cowboy gives me the forever ick. Frankie Grande was way too much, and I'm a Frankie fan more than most people, and I still hate it. Christine got a raw deal, but come on, be serious. Hayden was a dud. Jocasta was unintentionally funny, but let's also be for real. Amber deserved better. Brittany sucked. Devin is iconic. I'll give you that one. And then Pow Pow and Joey existed. So where is this iconic cast coming from? I got a feeling it's in your imagination, and when you go back to watch this season, it's not the great cast you think it is. I want you to look me in the eyes when I give my next hot take. Big Brother 19 is one of the most entertaining seasons of Big Brother ever. Yes. I fully agree, the season sucks. It's a steamroll, the cast is super unlikable, the whole shebang. But if I'm looking for a highlight reel to watch, BB19 is one of the first seasons I'm tuning into. Every single goddamn week had fights out of their asses. These people did not like each other, and they will let you know that. I beg you to go back and watch compilations of all the fights from this season because they existed and I was here for it. These people were downright stupid, and even towards the end game, when not much is going on and the fights would die down in the house, look no further than the jury house segments, some of the greatest of all time, and I will never forget.
Sit down. I am sitting down, man.
The season may suck, but I will not be brainwashed into thinking I don't get entertained by watching unlikable people fight each other 24/7. I'll stay on topic with the general season hot takes, and I hate to say it, but BB23 is one of the most boring seasons of Big Brother. I'm never going to discredit the cookout and their accomplishments, but I'm gonna call a spade, and a steamroll is still a steamroll. It was the cookout dominating until there was nobody else to dominate. It was never in doubt how in control this group of 6 was, and that did not lead to exciting gameplay or exciting votes aside from the Frenchie of it all. And then by the time the cookout reached the final 6, you think this is where it's gonna get juicy? No. The 3 most influential members of the cookout go out back to back to back, and we are left with the duds at final 3. In the moment, it was fascinating to watch, but from a television and entertainment point of view, there's almost nothing memorable here that is not related to the cookout and their dominance. Alright, I'm gonna rip the goddamn band-aid off. I'm tired of being silenced about BB9. It slaps. I don't appreciate being told otherwise. No, this is not some all-time great season of Big Brother, but I fully disagree with anybody who says this is the worst season in the show's history. That all comes from these surface level things when you think about the season. It's the least watched season of the show. The winner got arrested after the season for some pretty crazy things. The cast is not very likable at all. But please, look a little deeper because it's actually a chaotic masterpiece. There is always something happening in this house when it comes to how insane these people are as characters. I mean, Adam, Sheila, Natalie, James, Chelsea, Maddie are all great as television figures whether you like them or not. Fights happen every single week that season. Some of them are definitely not PG fights and really icky. But goddamn, it was real beef and hatred that occurred. And most of the fights, if you ignore the one real stinker, were awesome. But the biggest point of contention in defense of the season for me is that the strategic workings were there. We had a near split house situation occurring right off the bat that slowly turned messier and messier to, in my opinion, the greatest stretch of the season with the Crazy James eviction, him coming back, Maddie getting blindsided, and then Crazy James's run versus the house until he eventually went home. All of that was genuinely amazing Big Brother. I was messing around earlier. I fully get why this season is not liked by most, but I feel if you give the season a fair shake without looking at the outside factors that are telling you to hate the season, you might be surprised with what you find and could actually come to see I'm not completely crazy. Or maybe I am, who knows? Who the hell is watching BB9? I don't know, but I was and I liked it. Next, we're moving to a pretty modern time to keep it real about BB25. This season kinda sucks, and I think we got completely misted by Cirie Fields. Yes, the Heisem stuff was fun early on. I love Izzy, and there were some good characters here. But what else is this season bringing aside from the idea of Cirie Fields? And I fucking love Cirie, but this is the worst version of Cirie we've had in all of her appearances. And that includes goddamn Snake in the Grass. At least she had heart in that one. Her heart was not in it this season, and we all know that. I think we were just so snowed by seeing Cirie play Big Brother that we let a lot of boring rounds and boring gameplay slide by. Not a single vote was close this season. We had 4 votes that were not unanimous the whole time. The endgame stretch is the worst Big Brother I have ever witnessed. And all we can say to defend it is, but Cirie was there. Get out of here. That isn't even close to enough, and I'm tired of acting like we weren't all miserable and bored through our minds for a lot of BB25. It's as simple as that. Alright, now we can fully dive into player-specific hot takes. Starting with a super controversial figure in Big Brother history, Nicole Franzel. And I'm gonna goddamn say it. Nicole Franzel is the greatest female Big Brother player of all time. You may not like her, but you have to admit, she's quite possibly the best ever at navigating through the game. Especially on 18 and 22, she had a massive target on her back from the start of the game. And where did she end up? 1st and 3rd place. With that 3rd place game being dangerously close to becoming the only 2-time winner in Big Brother history. That is one of the hardest parts of the game that people struggle with all the time, and she's kind of perfected it. But she doesn't just survive the game, she oozes power in the game, and her positioning has always been elite for her and her closest allies to all make deep runs. Even on fucking reindeer games. Sure, it's not canon Big Brother, but she went up against legends of the game who hated her and turned into the power player of the season and ended up winning because of it. How many times does Nicole have to prove herself to show that she's an incredible player? And I think incredible enough to reach top 5 of all time. And in my opinion, the greatest female player of all time. Now we can move on to somebody Nicole played with, Mr. Tyler Crispin. And I will say this until the cows come home, Tyler deserved to lose BB20. Let me explain. Do I think Tyler played the best game of that season? Yes, and it's not very close. Would I have voted for Tyler over Casey? Yes. Do I think Tyler should have beaten Casey? Yes. But none of that matters in my opinion when you see the way Tyler navigated that endgame and simply didn't want the win bad enough. And he got what I think he deserved in not winning the game. Tyler played his entire game to set himself up perfectly from the final 5 to the end. He was guaranteed final 2 and pretty much could bring anybody he wanted with him. And he also had Scotty, somebody who won the battle back to return to the game, telling him that everybody in the jury hated Angela, saying Angela had no chance of winning this game, coincidentally, Angela being Tyler's showmance at the time. Tyler sets up his endgame to cut Angela at the final 4 so he can bring Casey to the end, the likable comp beast. What are you doing? Tyler did not play that endgame to win. He played to get the 2 most deserving players to the end so that no matter who won the jury vote, somebody good would win the money. And sure, maybe Tyler should have won against Casey, but at the same time, he had all the power and information to ensure he would win. He could have brought anybody else and he'd be a winner of Big Brother, but he didn't take that opportunity, meaning him losing at the end of the day is sad but very deserved. My last take I have is something that I was on the complete opposite side of as recently as last year, but I've since completely changed my tune to the point that I'm willing to argue this. I think that there is no right way or right order to watch or get into Big Brother. People say you should watch from the beginning so you get the full history. Some people say pick the best season so they can get hooked. Some people say watch the worst season so if they stick around, do the worst, they're gonna love the best. I personally couldn't give less of a fuck. If somebody is gonna like Big Brother, they're gonna like Big Brother, if that makes sense. So hell, put on any season, even like an all-star season. Have them watch all these all-stars having no idea who they are to start. That way, when they go back, they can be pleasantly surprised with all these people. I don't care. I really don't. Nor do I think it matters. At this point, simply do a random number generator. See what season you get and put it on for them. If anything, that's kind of more fun. And hell, if they get spoiled on a season, who cares? I think you can have just as much fun being spoiled on a season than not spoiled. It's not for everyone, but it's certainly possible. I think people put too much stock or credence into wanting people to love Big Brother so much that it kind of turns them off by the way that they're acting about the whole thing. A Big Brother fan is a Big Brother fan. All of us are in the same crazy boat. You don't gotta pull off these shenanigans to get someone hooked. I've reached the end. Please let me know what takes you agreed with, what hot takes you disagreed with, and any hot takes you personally have. The goal is to hopefully make a video in the future reacting to your hot takes, and I can't exactly do that if I don't have any hot takes to react to. But aside from that, catch me hopefully being a lot more consistent uploading again and getting back into the swing of things for a Survivor season and the end of Big Brother. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I hope y'all are ready for what's in store on this channel, because I'm really excited for it. But that'll do it for me. If you made it to the end of this video, I love ya, platonically of course, and I will undoubtedly see ya when I see ya. Bye-bye.